Good evening, parents. It's great to see you virtually. I guess you're seeing us. We're not seeing you really, but it is fantastic to see your kids. It's really been fun for Mr. Thompson and I the last uh, going on 2 weeks here to have a chance to see your kids again and see their faces and hear them playing. And it's definitely been fun to get reacquainted with kids we've had before and meet some new ones. So it's been super exciting for us, and we're raring to go. And I hope your kids are having fun as well.
Awesome. If you need to get a hold of us, you can go ahead and pause the video right here. And these are our two emails. Email really is the best way to get in touch with us. And we'll try to be in this virtual world as quick as we can to respond to you for that. So Kyle.Thompson at Mercer Island Schools and David.Bentley at mercerislandschools.org. This year, our class goals really ring true to what we've tried to achieve before in the past. So these are kind of our four main areas in which we want to focus on in our virtual environment and as we move forward into our orange and hopefully green learning models as well. Our goals, first and foremost, is to play. We want to identify and demonstrate habits of effective musicianship. We're hoping that students find the value in playing their instruments, find the joy in playing their instruments. And not only do we want them to play their instruments, but we want them to create a characteristic sound. We want them to be the very best that they can be at any given moment. And we want to continue to give students opportunities to grow in any ways that they can. So for any student, we want to meet them right at the beginning of where they are at any given day and give them options and pathways to continue to grow on their instrument. And one of the joys of being in band for sure is to share our music with you, our families, and of course our community. And we're really looking forward to developing that and doing that even in this virtual world. And lastly, we want to have fun. And that has really been at our hearts, right, as we've been going into these virtual classes here. We want to have fun. We want to see your kids smile. We want to give them opportunities to laugh and to talk and to experience music that they like too.
Great. And as in the online world, as well as when we're having regular band class in person, practice is really important. And it's a little bit different in how we're delivering the curriculum online, but it really is important when we're in a subject area that there's a marriage of conceptual learning along with physical repetition. It's really important that for both of those things that kids are practicing daily outside of class. It's not important for them to practice huge chunks of time, but it is important for them to get concentrated, periods of practice sessions for 20 minutes a day is a good period of time when they have goals and have a process for going through their practice. That will definitely be important for them. Also, we're going to be during our Zoom classes, there will be times when we'll be giving kids guided practice at that time. So they'll hopefully know how to practice when they get home and have the time on their own. Also, we're asking, and please let us know if this is problematic for your family, but it really is important for kids to be able to print their music off for our classes. We have if you picture a student sitting there with an iPad and clicking back and forth between the connection with their teacher and their classmates and the PDF of the music, it definitely diminishes the experience. So we really want kids to have printed paper music on their music stand, and then view their iPad as a way to connect to us and to each other. And if you're having, if there's a difficulty in your household to print music, please let us know, and we'll be happy to figure out a way to print that out and get it to you. So.
As always, we have some really great relationships in our district with some of the very, very best private teachers in our area. And if you're interested in information about private lessons, those are also being offered virtually and in a variety of different ways. Follow this website right down here. Feel free to pause the video and write it down. This will take you to a list of contacts that'll give you some information about private lessons. What are we going to do this year? Well, in our red learning model and beyond, this is basically the menu in which we can pick from. This is what we're planning. Of course, fun songs and fundamentals, but that's not it. Band really lends itself well as to community building, teamwork, empathy, and hard work, understanding, and communication. We're looking forward to working in creative opportunities in small ensembles, especially getting maybe ready for solo and ensemble. We don't quite know what that looks like, but we're planning on that. Sectionals, trumpets to play together and trombones to play together, and team projects. We're looking forward to bringing in professionals and specialists on instruments throughout the year into our Zoom classes and beyond. You might have seen some music creation projects such as virtual band videos that the middle school did last year. That's definitely on our minds and part of our plans as we move forward. We want to get better at writing music, proper notation, accurate notation, so the students can mark their parts and write music themselves in an accurate way. And of course, learning about music through music history and learning about the various different genres that are available to play in.
All right, moving forward to grading. Being that this is Mercer Island, our kids are super attuned to grades, and we want to make sure that we're clear with them and with you about the way that we approach grades. I do want to say this before we start, and that's the fact that, boy, do we not want this to be a stressful thing for our kids. We want to give kids every opportunity to earn great grades in band, and we want them to enjoy it and have fun, and be rewarded by their own improvement and the improvement of the group. And so all of the goals we have for the class and the way that we grade are designed to meet those goals. So there's kind of two large groups, I guess I would say, of things that we're going to be grading kids on. Everything will be point based, so kids are going to get points for all the things that we ask them to do. Band citizenship is basically, that's, what does it look like when a student is participating in class, either in person or on Zoom? Are they ready to go with their instrument, and do they have their printed music on the stand and their iPad ready to go? Is their music on a music stand, or is it on the bed next to them? Are they sitting in a chair and sitting up tall? That's important. Secondly, are we following directions in terms of being on a Zoom call? Is the camera on? Are they participating in a positive and encouraging way for their own growth and for the growth of the kids around them? That's really what the band citizenship grades look like. In terms of the assignments you saw, Kyle list off all of the menu of choices of things that we're going to have kids working on. We really, as much as we possibly can, we want to have kids playing. That's why they're here. They're here to play their instruments and have a good time. And so as much as we can do that in this online world, we are going to do that. So assignments will be, a lot of them will be playing assignments and things that they can, that they'll play for you, and things that they're going to play for each other in class. We'll have a lot of things that are small groups or melodic types of thing, as well as we'll be getting into at some point, some band arrangements, more like what we would be doing if we were actually in person. We'll also be doing some fundamental work on rhythm reading, review on note name practice, and et cetera, those sorts of things. Students will be having periodic playing assessments, and we, this is something that I think we look at as being a relatively low stress thing. It's just more information for Mr. Thompson and I to know where your student is and how we can help them to improve. So it's important for us to be able to hear them play through assessment, so we can have that kind of information. Future concerts, we hope so. We're really crossing our fingers that we get a chance to be in the same place and playing together. And so when and if we do have those sorts of performances, students are graded for those performances. So are they at the performance? Are they there on time? Are they dressed properly? Are they participating in the concert the way they're supposed to? Concerts are definitely sort of the culminating activity. Think of them as kind of like the final exam in music. That's where we have a chance to present the work that we've been doing for parents and friends and family. And so that's an important part of what we do.
I know it's on the front of your mind, right? And it definitely is on ours. And I'm sure you're wondering about what does band look like? When can students get together and play? And we really have been having a lot of those conversations with our administration in the district, and we've been really diligent, to put it lightly, about encouraging the discussion of opportunities to get students in our music classes together to play as soon as possible in the safest way possible, and if families want to opt in for that. So We don't know anything right now, at least at the time of this video is being recorded, and we're hoping to give you information soon about how we're going to plan to get students together to play, and we're hoping that that can take place this year.
There are several groups that are absolutely essential and imperative to the way that we're able to operate as a band program, and certainly at the top of that list is the Mershon Band Boosters organization. Mr. Thompson's going to talk about them in a second, but also we want you to know that there's a fun event that they put on every year called Band Together, and it's a community event, and it's a fundraising gala that we put on typically in November, and be looking for that date. But it's really a lot of fun. We have a great time putting that event on every year, and we'll see what that looks like in our online world. But boy, our huge kudos to the Band Boosters. They're a lot of the things that you're going to see for your kids in terms of us being able to bring in professionals in to work with our kids that's provided through the generosity of the Band Boosters. So we sure appreciate them.
And not only the Band Boosters, there are several groups that really help us have an amazing year. And this year is really no exception for that. We'll talk about that in just a second. But we want to give a thank you to the MI Schools Foundation, the MI Fine Arts Advisory Board, the MIS PTSA, and again, once again, the Mercer Island School Band Boosters. One important note that, you know, programs across our island, we're dealing with developing our budgets and how they can support our programs. And like I just said, that this year is no different for these groups. If you have an opportunity to participate in an experience where we can get together, and maybe we can even raise a little money here or there, I know that they could use your support, and all of those funds go directly to our students and helping support their experience with all of the things we're hoping to provide from them in the most consistent ways year to year, including this one. And lastly, Mr. Bentley and I want to give a big thank you to you, the parents, those of you that are watching, for supporting music education in our district. I think that especially through a computer screen, this social emotional learning component is harder than ever. And we are more dedicated to ever to providing that through our students and through band and through music. And we just want to say thank you for continuing to give your support to our programs and beyond.
Now more than ever is a time when kids really need band. They need music. They need the arts as a part of their life, and we're doing our best to deliver that in the most effective way that we can in this online world. But we hope that your kids are enjoying it, and we'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this video. And please, if you have questions or concern, contact us. An email, Mr. Thompson mentioned before, is by far the best way to get a hold of one or both of us. So thanks so much, and have a great rest of your evening, and on to your next class.